back here with another Inside Lansing with Sergeant Glinski to talk a little bit about Lansing Police. Thank you, Sergeant Glinski, for joining us.
You're welcome. Let's
dive right in. What is it like for you to be a police officer day to day? I mean, how's it been going?
Oh, it's been going well. You know, I've had a number of different assignments here over the years. Most of my time I spent in the patrol division, but I've had a couple opportunities to work in support services, and that's what my current assignment is.
And some of the things we were going to talk about in support services are some of the programs that you guys have, correct?
That's right.
Yeah. First one on the list, I think, was the Neighborhood Watch. Tell me a little bit about that, and I think there's another watch you do as well, right?
That's right. Neighborhood Watch is something we've been doing for a number of years. We've divided our town into patrol beats, and each of those patrol beats have a corresponding neighborhood watch group. And they all have a lieutenant who is in charge of that group, running the meetings and so forth. I also attend all of the neighborhood watch meetings. And they have quarterly meetings,
okay.
Usually one for each season of the year. A lot of them will be getting their meetings underway shortly in March.
So this March they'll start some new meetings.
Well, all the different beats, which are 4 of them,
there's 4, yeah.
will be having their first meeting of the year. We're introducing a new program this year known as the Lansing Business Watch.
That's right, I heard about that.
We wanted to do something more for the business community, something that pertains more to some of their needs and different interests that would affect them more so than residents, which is what the neighborhood watch group.
So it's a little bit different. I mean, it just deals with businesses?
Yeah, it's a little bit different, but I mean, it's really the same concept. And what we're doing is we're trying to promote it now. We're getting more businesses involved with it. And businesses who do join the program will get one of these stickers to go in their window.
Okay.
And it's just something to promote it, and it lets people be aware that we're watching for suspicious activity and that sort of thing. It'll probably function a little differently than the neighborhood watch groups, but we're trying to gather a really good email list so that we could give alerts out to businesses if we see some suspicious activity going on in town.
So another program that you guys have done for quite a long time now, at least as long as I remember, is the Citizens Academy. Yeah, we
did one in 2016, which was very nice. It was a very nice Citizen Academy.
What is the Citizens Academy?
A Citizen Academy, it's a 10-week program where we let people who from town here know what we do here on a daily basis. We'll talk about different aspects of police work. We'll talk about a typical day in a patrolman's day, for everything. And we try to let them know about the different kind of laws they have to follow and procedures they have to follow.
As a citizen?
As patrol officers too. I mean, there's certain things like...
You have to follow.
Yeah, we have to follow certain procedures when we're doing arrests, for example. There's procedures for everything.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So we're trying to, impress upon people that there's more to it than what you see like on TV.
Right. Cops or the show
right.
Cops.
And it's a lot more paperwork and procedures than the glitz and glamour of bringing,
You like doing paperwork though, right?
What's that?
You like doing your paperwork, right? I don't know anyone who would.
Yeah, I don't think it's anything anyone relishes here, but it's just a part of the job. But on top of the Citizen Academy, we did do, in 2016, we ran a couple senior citizen police academies. And the way we did it was a more abbreviated version of the normal 10-week program. And we did it, and we tried to include things that would be of interest to seniors. And we did that at the Buford Walker Senior Housing.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And at the St. Anthony's Senior Housing.
Oh, wow.
And we'll probably attempt to do that again this year as well.
So you guys offer a lot of different programs for people in the community that kind of get involved.
Yeah, we try
to have a discussion.
We try to.
Yeah.
Another program that we're going to continue is Coffee with a Cop.
I was just about to ask about that.
Yeah. So that's another one that we've been doing for the past several years.
Is that similar to your meet and greet?
It's right. It's a meet and greet type program where we're just going to we'll announce whenever it will be. It'll be
Dunkin' Donuts or...
We'll probably do it at Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's or one that's more of a fast food type of a place.
Oh, it's easy and accessible for people to come to, right?
Yeah, it's a little easier.
Yeah.
It's a little easier, I think. So, and then it's just, people can come up to us and ask us questions if they want, or, and we try to do that sort of thing even like at our neighborhood watch meetings as well. So,
right.
It's...
You just want to get a dialogue going with people. So
exactly.
That's great.
Exactly.
I know every year we do this, and it's probably our biggest program, the biggest program you guys have of the year, which is National Night Out Against Crime. Is that correct?
Yes.
It's been very successful.
Yeah, we did one this past year. It's a national program that they do it all across the country.
Yeah.
We're going to be. I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing it again this year.
That would be sometime in.
The way it's scheduled through the National Night Out organization. It is it's the first Tuesday in August.
Okay.
And I think that year. I think it might be August 1st.
The hottest time of the year.
Don't quote me on it.
Okay, yeah, no quote.
It's a hot time. But, and the location is yet to be determined yet too. So.
Okay. What would you be doing there, or what have you done there? Let's put it that way.
Well, the biggest part of the National Night Out is the planning stage. Is you have to try to get a lot of the businesses and the other organizations that want to a lot of businesses and stuff donate to this. That's how they make it possible. And there's a lot of trying to organize how you're going to bring the food and all the logistics involved with it. It takes a lot of time.
And that's what you mainly do with it.
Yeah, and we have a lot of people who volunteer for us. People right within the police department. A lot of them volunteer their time for it, and then we also have other outside groups that volunteer to help us with it. So that makes it a lot easier. And then of course it pays off when you see the little kids playing on in the jump house and the slides and everything like that.
It's a good community event.
Yeah.
A lot of people come out for that.
Very much so, yeah.
One program that has been around for quite a long time that gets you out to the schools is a danger program.
Yes.
Tell me a bit about that, and I think also about you had a little bit of an upgrade in there.
Over the years we've had the Dare and Great program, and several years back we created our own program known as the Danger program, and we've been doing that every year. Currently, Officer Butler teaches that curriculum to the kids in town. One interesting development that came up in the past year was the vehicle that we use for it. It's I believe a 2007 Dodge Durango. It was starting to show its age with rust and stuff like that. We did a collaborative project with the TF South Tech Center.
Okay.
The teacher over there, George Navarrete, was kind enough to have his students rehab the truck. They fixed a lot of the rust and repainted it. Made it even nicer than it was when we brought it to them in terms of they did the bumpers and everything else for us. So we were very grateful for that. And Officer Butler created a new design for the Danger truck. So people maybe see it driving around town and wonder, what is that? And
now they know.
And it's quite a radical design that he came up with, but I love it. I think it looks really sharp, and it's a really nice tool for when he does teach the classes.
Sergeant Glinski, we've gone through a lot of different programs. Are there any ones that we're missing that you'd like to talk about still?
Another thing that I do with Officer Butler is, well, he actually does more than me, is we have a thing called tobacco compliance checks. We get a grant from the state of Illinois every year to ensure that our retailers of cigarettes in town are not selling to underage people. You have to be 18 to buy cigarettes, and if you got kids that are younger than that, they're violating the law. But there's been incidences in the past where retailers have sold to underage kids. So we have a grant where we do random checks at we do them 3 times a year.
Okay.
And we get the grant for that.
And it's been a successful program?
And it's been very successful. If you find a retailer who does sell them, we have to cite them for that.
Yes.
And they'll have to pay a penalty, like a fine, and pay the ticket.
Like a ticket, and like any other ticket.
That's right.
And so we've talked about all these programs, but I know there's more to your job than just these programs. Tell me a little bit more about what you do.
Well, another big portion of my job is to ensure the building and we get a physical plant of the building. I have to ensure that everything's working in good. We get complaints all the time. People who come to use the courthouse that it's too hot or too cold. We have to ensure, and sometimes those are legitimate complaints, and we have to, get our HVAC system here running accordingly. We have plumbing issues. We got to clean the windows. There's lots.
People don't think about that.
Those are the little nuts and bolts of our. You
guys are out on the street just.
Squeaky doors, broken locks. I mean, there's lots of things that got to be attended to.
And that's on your shoulders.
Well, it's yes. I mean, it's part of our job to make sure that gets taken care of. We have a custodian that helps to make sure a lot of those things are attended to. So that's a big part of it. And then also the vehicle fleet. Our patrol fleet. Yeah. That's the maintenance of that is under my responsibility as well. So we have to ensure we have a lot of cars in the fleet. We have unmarked cars, and we have of course our marked patrol cars that we have to they need service just like everything else.
Like every other thing. So, you don't think about it, but it's there.
And it's a very important thing that they have good running cars, and we're in the process of moving over to Ford Explorers in our fleet. Some of them are we already have these in our fleet, and but that's the new platform for our cars.
Was that because you guys looked and see what other people were using, or was that just?
No. It's in my nearly 25 years in police work. That is the best police car that I've had the opportunity to be in. It's a roomy vehicle. We have so much more electronic.
Yeah, I've seen it before. You guys are just
in our cars that
packed in there.
We have to have room for all this. It's better for the prisoners that we have to take into custody. I mean, it's more room for them. Some of the cars we had in the past where if you had a large person, it would be very hard to fit them in some of the earlier squad cars that we had. And it's just a very good platform for our cars, and that's what we're moving toward. Hopefully we'll be replacing all our Crown Vics in the coming couple years or so. But they're very expensive it's very expensive to do that too. So we're doing our best. We're doing our best to keep the old fleet running well, and again we have our unmarked cars as well that need attending to.
So we talked about all these programs. We've talked about the vehicle and building maintenance, upkeep. One last thing before I leave is just about you, as your job as a police officer. What do you love about your job here?
I do truly love helping people, and that's one part of my job. In the community-related sphere of my job, I do like to help people when I can, and even in my patrol days, I liked when I could help someone. And I do like the variety of different things that can happen. It's not like you're working on an assembly line.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you come across different things nearly on a daily basis. So I do like that part about my job.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Glinski. I really appreciate you coming on the show.
Thank you, Neil. I appreciate you having me.
Hopefully we'll see you soon.
Okay. Take care.